The DAW that I use, or DAW, to record with is Cubase. The current one is 12 Pro. I've always worked with Cubase. I find it very comfortable. The workflow's really good. The results are great. It's just pretty easy to work with. The stock plugins are great. They've improved a lot over the years. Even though I use some outside plugins as well, but I still find I use quite a lot of the stock ones. Yeah, for me, Cubase does everything I needed to do. So, yeah, I'll just stick with that.
Just recently I upgraded my whole system to a 64-bit system, which was a very big shift for me. It basically meant retiring my previous 32-bit computer and sound card, which I have been using for quite some time, and building a whole new recording setup. That 32-bit system really served me well for many years, but I was beginning to run into issues with discontinued driver support and just the limitations of a 32-bit system. On that particular system I was running Cubase 5, which was amazingly stable and just a great all-round DAW. Now when I put my new system together, I made the shift to a 64-bit version of Reaper, which is a very cool and affordable digital recording package. I was using that for a few months and I was slowly getting my head around it, but to be honest, it took me quite a long time to unlearn all my old Cubase habits. I have nothing bad to say about Reaper. It was stable and easy to use once I spent a bit of time with it, but in the end I decided to go back to Steinberg and purchase a copy of Cubase 12. I've been using that for a few months now, writing new music, and it's much easier for me to use as I'm quite familiar with the whole Cubase layout. And in my opinion, Cubase 12 is awesome overall. I'd recommend it to anyone starting out in home recording. I did have a couple of issues that needed to be sorted out when I first installed it, but Steinberg have released a couple of recent updates to the software, and those initial issues have, for the most part, been sorted out. The main issue I was struggling with was the ASIO guard. It'd spike or peak at random times, and when using certain contact libraries. The most recent update has helped lessen that problem to the point where it really doesn't affect my workflow too much anymore. Look, you're always going to get a few issues when you first set up a new system, which I expected, especially with a brand new release like Cubase 12. It just took me a little while to get everything settled down and installed how I like it. All my virtual instruments and plugins had to be reinstalled, which was quite time consuming, and I just had to sort out one or two minor issues with the software, but those issues have basically been sorted out with the latest updates, so everything is running how it should for now. After using Cubase 12 for a few months now, I'm finding it really stable and usable. Absolutely no complaints at all. I don't think it's crashed on me at all since I've made the transition to 12, so yeah, if you're in the market for a great DAW, Cubase 12 is awesome. They have different versions and pricing plans out as well, so you can choose the version that suits your requirements. And also, if you're a little strapped for cash, Reaper is an awesome option too. It's a solid DAW and super affordable. I'd highly recommend it. So overall, Cubase 12 fits my needs perfectly. I love it and I look forward to using it for many years to come.